As many of you know, actress Shailene Woodley has been cast to play the iconic Peter Parker love interest Mary Jane Watson in the upcoming Amazing Spider-Man 2. We've already seen several set images of her shooting scenes for the film, except it appears that we won't be seeing those scenes or any other with Woodley in the movie. According to a recent interview, director Marc Webb has decided to pull the character Mary Jane out of the movie altogether. Webb is quoted as saying the following: "I made a creative decision to streamline the story and focus on Peter and Gwen and their relationship," said director Marc Webb in a statement. Shailene is an incredibly talented actress, and while we only shot a few scenes with Mary Jane, we all loved working with her. When asked about having her character taken out of the film, Woodley said the following: "Of course I'm bummed," said the actress, "but I'm a firm believer in everything happening for a specific reason. Based on the proposed plot, I completely understand holding off on introducing Mary Jane until the next film." John, are you surprised Marc Webb has opted to take Mary Jane out of the film?
Surprised, yes, but also thrilled. Not because I had a problem with Mary Jane being in there, but I'm thrilled that Marc Webb is the kind of director that goes, he sits back and goes, you know what? I feel like there's too much going on. And just because we've already shot the scenes and just because it's already been marketed, I feel like there's too much going on. I feel if we made this move, it would make a better film, that he had then the guts to make that move. And bravo to Sony for allowing him to make that move. This is great, because look, in any superhero movie, we all hate the love stories. They are the most useless part of superhero movies. Now, I understand many times they serve a function, but I wish they would keep the function very small and keep it confined to that function and not waste valuable screen time. Like, I love Thor. Love it. But that scene on the rooftop of him and Natalie Portman looking at the stars, it's like, please move on. Get to some other story elements. Get back to Loki. Get back to anywhere else than right here. Iron Man and Pepper Potts might be a little bit of a different story. That's the one I can put up with most because that's a really cool relationship. But look, you've already got him with Emma Watson. Not Emma, I'm mixing names now.
That would be interesting.
You've already got, him with Emma Stone, and now you're introducing another, is the ultimate love interest for Peter Parker in there, on top of all the other story elements going on. I love the decision Marc Webb has said by saying, you know what, let's just pull this element out. Let's just focus on him and Emma and what the rest of the movie is really about. Love the decision, very happy, and we'll get to see Shailene Woodley as Mary Jane in Spider-Man 3, and no harm done. So maybe they'll even use the scenes they've already shot. Who knows? Maybe not. But Dennis, you saw the news. What did you think about this?
Two words come to mind: respect and trust. Respect that Marc Webb actually is doing something that's not easy to do, and kind of a gamble in serving the story. So I respect Marc Webb for that. And then trust, Sony must trust Marc Webb a lot in order to let him do it. Because I'm sure it's not something easy for them to do. But I think they trust him enough because of the job he did with the first one. So I think ultimately it probably will serve the movie better. And like you said, we're going to see her in the third one anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, and one of the other things, too, somebody brought up to me and made a valid point. It's like, well, why didn't they know that it was too complicated? It was complicating the story too much when they looked at the script. Well, dude, you got to understand, the script is one thing. It's another thing when you actually start sitting back in the trailer and looking at the dailies and you're looking at the footage and you're starting to piece together the movie. That it starts to feel like a very different thing. Because remember, every movie that goes in production, people think they have a great script.
Right.
I mean, I said this on the show the other day. I read the script to Wrath of the Titans like 5 months before it came out, and I thought the script was awesome. I'm like, holy crap, they fixed the Clash of the Titans. This is going to be really good, and the movie sucked. So the script is one thing, the reality is another, and I respect that Webb sat back, like Dennis was saying, looked at the footage, saw how the movie was coming together, and said, nope, we got to pull this, and they did, and big respect, mad respect.
If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free, and we bring you all the latest movie news as well as our daily AMC Movie Talk Show. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, where you can find out about all the latest prizes, giveaways, and special contests.